Let's get on the move.
Hi, I'm Louis, and I tried to live life like an acid house raver for a week. I was born in 1990, which is 2 full years after the famous second summer of love. But I've always been fascinated with the era. Whether it be the music, the clothes, the optimism, all of it I froth on. So I wanted to try and take myself back to that era. First thing I figured on Monday was I should probably get the look down. I went to Goldsmith Vintage, where I was basically on the lookout for anything super loud, whether it be in color or size. I managed to find a great pair of parachute pants that looked like the Rugrats logo was plastered all over them. And the t-shirt was a piece of shit, but it was the cheapest thing I could find. Then it was just about getting the right glasses, some whistles, and a glow stick or two. Okay, pause. I felt like a fucking idiot. I mean, you can get away with some shit in Soho, but who walks around with a fucking glow stick around their neck? You should have seen the looks I was getting. By Tuesday, I had all the gear, but no idea. So I thought I'd get in touch with my Uncle Johnny, a former acid house raver. Only thing was, he lived in Stroud.
So we're in Stroud, home of the retired raver, the wary traveller, and my Uncle Johnny. Let's see if I can find the true meaning of acid house in this quaint little town. Crusty old Stroud. Just wondering if do you know if there are any raves on in Stroud?
I wouldn't have a clue. No.
Do you know of any going on at the moment?
I'm not very well up on the rave situation.
Can you tell me where there are some raves going on?
I know of none.
Did you used to go to raves back in the day?
Not very much.
Never been to one yourself?
No.
Have you been to ones in the past?
No.
Acid house?
No.
Second summer of love?
No.
Right, so I'll keep on looking.
Yeah, I think you better, because I haven't lived here that long, so.
Okay, well thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Yeah, after talking to the residents of Stroud, I was feeling pretty deflated. But thankfully, my Uncle Johnny said he could put me in touch with a couple of his old mates. I figured I'd talk to them and they could teach me about the spirit of acid house. Firstly, how do I look?
You look like an undercover copper from 1988. To me, parties were where Buddhism just happens. You didn't need to know anything about it to experience it.
If I'm living as an acid house raver, is that what I need to find? Is freedom?
Finding liberation from repression.
And liberation from yourself as well.
Yeah?
How do I do that?
Take acid in vast quantities.
Do you think ecstasy is, or drugs is integral to
Absolutely.
the acid house?
Absolutely. Ecstasy, it bursts your heart chakra open. You know, it was connecting people. You know, even if it was only for a few hours on drugs, people were saying, I love you.
Should we have a
group hug?
Hug? Yeah.
Group hug.
Come together.
Woo!
Oh.
I love you,
Really
man.
appreciate that. I love you, man.
By Wednesday, I'd been wearing the same clothes for 3 straight days, and it was all getting a little bit too much. I was cycling to work in them, I was doing mundane tasks in them. I basically couldn't go anywhere or do anything without feeling and looking like a moron. Not only that, but my self-imposed social media ban was starting to really get to me.
You're not allowed to use the internet at all, which means no social media, and no browsing news websites, no digital information whatsoever. I'll be watching you like a hawk, all right?
So they didn't even have DMs?
They didn't have, no, there was no sliding in the DMs in '88.
Okay, well, thank you, and also fuck you.
Yeah, it got weird.
Jeremy, can I go on Facebook?
Oh, no.
Yeah?
No, you can't.
Yeah, please.
You know the rules. You're not allowed to go on Facebook or Twitter.
I just need to check my...
I don't care what you need to check. Go away. You absolutely stink as well, mate. Oh my days. Move.
After what my colleague said, I realized I should probably clean my clothes as I had begun to develop a stink. But I needed to make sure that they were done in time for the next day.
So I went to dry my t-shirt last night, and that's it there.
So Thursday I had to walk around in a damp shirt and I had to go to a work event. I mean, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing. There was music, there was a DJ, there was a live crowd. I thought maybe this could be the chance to, I don't know, let my inner acid house raver free. It turns out a gig in Croydon isn't really the third summer of love. And I found myself standing there thinking, what would Dave do?
reading up a little bit about the Buddhist theory of the 10 realms. To me, parties were where Buddhism just happens. Each one of those states contains higher states within it.
With Dave's words ringing in my ears, I took a path of spirituality and I went out and bought the most basic book I could on Buddhism. In there I found a quote: "Happiness is determined more by one's state of mind than external events." That was it. I just had to acid house rave myself, man. Go into a field, chuck on some Vicks, chug a bottle of Lucozade, and fucking go for it. And you know what? That's what I did.
Let's get on the